So mental health, huh? Of course, I haven't been the best in the mental health department, but for a good portion of my life, but especially not this year, with overworking, school, and the death of my grandfather. So this is my advice on keeping up with your mental health. As a warning before we get into it, what works for me might not always work for you. I notice when I'm getting into a depression, when my space starts to get like very messy, and I just can't clean every day. That's just not who I am. And to try to mediate this, I clean every 2 weeks. Once every 2 weeks or once every week. It means I have to set a lot more time aside for cleaning, but then it feels a lot more satisfying by the end of it, you know? Exercise is also super important to my mental health. I've noticed this as I've started college, because there's no real way to keep up with exercise unless you're doing it yourself. There's a science to this too. Exercising releases endorphins and serotonin that help with mood boosters and hormone regulation. So working out is really good for your mental health. I'm not really like super pumped, super into working out though. I don't find those kind of workouts at the gym fun, so I try to work out at least 3 days a week, and it has to be doing something active, but it doesn't have to be the gym. So like nature walks and hikes, dancing, roller skating, stuff like that. Basketball. Nothing physical is off the table, but I don't want to limit myself to just the gym. I want to be able to have fun with it. Lastly, I do some sort of meditation. No, not the sit down and like breathe meditation, though that is a valid form of meditation. I instead do a task that I love, take my time with it, and take some time to point out things I'm grateful for, or give myself some words of affirmation. I like to do this when I make myself a latte, as the task is ritualistic and doesn't take much thought. Solve it. Please outside with me. Barking at the yiggins. Plus, it's something I do daily, so I don't miss out on that daily dose of positivity, especially in a world that can feel so negative. Alrighty. With that being said, those are my tips, but I've also asked y'all over on Instagram what y'all do, and like if y'all have any questions, so here we go. Somebody wrote, and this is all anonymous because I don't want anybody to feel pressured to say their advice with like their name and stuff. So it is what it is. Has single-handedly gotten me through everything. I think accepting situations and how they come instead of dwelling on is a good way to help cope with your life and anxiety, as nothing will ever go the way you planned. And somebody asked, any advice on mental health in a relationship? When is it a good time to discuss it if there is an issue? So this is my advice. I wrote it down because I had a lot to say on this. The biggest advice I can give is that you are in charge of your own well-being. You can have support from those you love and care about, but you shouldn't put the weight of your mental health solely on that person. If they are the cause of some mental distress, communicate it with them in a respectful way. If what you want to change doesn't cross any boundaries or ask the person to change themselves, then y'all should be able to come to a compromise. And lastly, always be honest to any long-term partner with what you are going through, as staying quiet about how you feel often makes people feel like they need to hide who they are. Any advice I give, again, take with a grain of salt. I give it based on the experiences I went through, but that's the best advice that I can give. If you need serious medical attention, please call this number below. If you're at risk of suicide or any harm to yourself or others, and if you need to see mental help, I advise you to do so. Therapy is a great option for a lot of people, and I tend to shy away from it too, but if you really need it, it's worth the time and effort. Thank y'all for watching. This is Sky's Chance here, saying sky's never the limit, never give up, and I hope this helps some people. Bye!